Good to have you join us again, Sports Tonight on Channels Television. We're taking a look at what's going on in our world of sports. Super Eagles striker Odion Igalo is out of the studio now, but hey, he's somewhere around, and he's saying keep those messages coming because he's still looking at them on Twitter, Channels_Sports, Facebook, Channels Life in Sports. Ask him any question you want. You can make comments, suggestions on ways the Super Eagles can improve before the World Cup in Russia. So that's it. And you guys are saying, Odion Igalo, please return to the English Premier League. He said the same thing to that. He's really longing to get back to the Premier League. Well, he didn't tell us where he's going, but when he makes that call and it's done, we will tell you. Let's welcome Joseph Mukuzi, joins us now live on the show. Joseph, good to have you on Sports Tonight.
Fantastic, always a pleasure. The interview, fantastic interview, I must say. I know that after you're going to hear something from Odion after the World Cup. I'm sure he's focused now. He wants to have a successful World Cup. After the World Cup, so many clubs are going to be looking at our players, and Odion is obviously one of the players that I won't be surprised if he makes a big money move. He's obviously a great player, and if you look at the setup with the Super Eagles now, it's almost as if everything is moving towards a successful outing at the World Cup.
Okay, fantastic. So that's it. We'll continue to monitor what's going on. Let's take a look at some of the stories making the rounds in our world of sports. We'll begin right here in Lagos. Last week, we had Mr. Oluseyi Oyebode. He's a grassroots sports advocate. And he says, look, Nigeria has every talent you can think about. You just need to go to the schools that are right there. And he talked about the Maiden Dolphin Swimming League. Guess what? The status of that league has continued to grow as the Lagos State Sports Commission has pledged its support for the inter-school tournament already certified by the Nigeria Aquatics Federation. Joseph, see the persons that are involved. There's an initiative for a league. And then the Lagos State government says, we are going to support. Why? Because aside you guys, the Nigeria Aquatic Federation is also part of this. Yeah. So that just makes it that everybody's now coming together to make this a success. Solid arrangement. When you look at the components, you know that this thing is geared towards a successful outcome. Way to go. Yeah. Take it to the school. That's right. Let them, that's where you get the raw, unadulterated talent. That's where you begin to shape. These are impressionable minds. These are people, because when you make something a school sport, you make it competitive. That's when different schools begin to come into the fold and also keeps the facilities busy. Lagos is a city of aquatic splendor, we know that. We definitely have talent all over. So when you bring something like swimming into Nigerian school sports, it definitely would not just keep the facilities busy, but gives us an opportunity to develop new and fresh talent in other sports as well, not just football. Because he says that they are looking at the international schools. Yeah. And I said, what about the public schools? Because infrastructure is a major problem. Yeah. They just renovated the swimming pool at the National Stadium, yes. And we have one at Teslim that can be used. Absolutely. Immediately they renovated it, came to my mind, renovating this thing, what are you going to do? I hope it will end up like National Stadium at Abuja, where we are fast becoming the home to Spirogiras and Amoebas and all those stuff. So now that they've renovated it and this competition has come on stream, what it will do is that they will definitely keep it busy. That of Teslim Balogun Stadium is also available. We're surrounded by waters in Lagos, surrounded by rivers and oceans. It's very good that this is a very, very noble, plan that they have. Fantastic. So we'll continue to monitor that one. It's called the Dolphin Swimming League. That's for schools in Lagos, and then they say it is going to spread. It's not going to stop just in Lagos. Yeah. And according to the president of the Nigeria Aquatics Federation, Babatunde Fatai Williams, he has commended the organizers for initiating the tournament while assuring that the federation will support. And when the federation is involved, it becomes a national project. I was discussing with you earlier, they need to take it also to the Niger Delta. It's not just enough to look at it and let it be a Lagos thing. I do believe that there are other parts of this country where we can also develop stars of this nature, people develop athletes who are into swimming. You can't rule out the fact that these riverine areas, these are their natural habitats. Whether you like it or not, these are people who have grown around rivers and they've naturally gravitated. Their natural tendency is to swim. They're surrounded by rivers. They swim practically to save their lives. If the federation takes it up as a project, of course, they can launch competition of this nature in those areas as well and begin to generate more talent and then bring it to the national level, and then let's have competitions, and then we begin to have athletes who can come out from there and represent Nigeria in Africa and even the world. Because if we keep saying they don't have the techniques, Because if we keep saying they are not trained,
Yeah.
then how will the coaches get busy? So train coaches and let them go to those regions and then train swimmers for the country. We have the population, we have the talent, they just need to be refined.
You know, the template is there. We are using it for football. We saw what Real Madrid is coming to Nigeria to do. Barcelona also as well.
PSG.
You know, the PSG. And because we have this talent. We do. But the problem has always been how to harness it. It's all over the place. And if we can spread it around, there is a lot we can grab. There is a lot of opportunities out there that we are creating. And so many youths that would have gone into something else will now go into, you know, swimming and, you know, other than become bunkers, you know, do something more productive, channel their energy, youthful exuberance. I mean, we've got to really, if you really want to stop crime, sports should be an alternative that you put on the table.
That's right. I totally agree with you. So that's it. Sports can be used as a veritable tool for talent discovery and, of course, curbing social vices. It doesn't just end there with swimming.